Sunrise, Florida for the Metro PCS Orange Bowl Basketball Classic. Game number 2 high above the BB&T Center. And back inside as we're all set for game number 2. The 7-3 Florida Gators against the 6-3 Charlotte 49ers. Justin Kutcher alongside Bob Wenzel once again. And Bob, in this game, big news out of the Florida Gators side of things. Starting center John Egbunu is not going to play tonight. And the reason why is he strained a hamstring prior to this game earlier this week. They tested it earlier today. He could not go. What does that mean for them?
Well, they lose 9 points and 7.7 rebounds. More importantly, they lose a guy that gets to the free throw line the most on this team and the best shot blocker on this team, the most forceful inside player. So they are missing a lot with Egbunu out. There's no doubt about that. Kavarius Harris is going to take his place, and Kavarius Hayes is going to take his place. He's 6'9". He's from Live Oak, which is a small town in northern Florida. He is coming, and you and I talked to Mike White, as did Jessica, at practice, and he said he was kind of impressed that he's worked hard. He's ready to do this, and I think Hayes is going to have a big night for them. It's a big opportunity for him.
It is a big opportunity, and one thing for Charlotte is Mark Price, their head coach. He was said, we were concerned about their size, so maybe it's an opportunity for the 49ers, and they're going to rely on a guy in John Davis who he averages over 20 points per game. I don't care where you play. If you're averaging 20 points per game, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and he's only a sophomore. He was a good player last year on this team, had good numbers last year. Take a look at it this year. 52% from the field. He's also 52% from three-point range, and he's a very accurate three-point shooter. So he's going to be the key player in this game for Mark Price. If Mark Price could play himself in the game, they would be a lot better off.
Yeah, that would certainly help. Well, the 49ers of Charlotte against the Gators of Florida. Game 2 of our doubleheader from the BB&T Center is coming up after this. The nightcap or the afternoon cap, whichever one you want to say. It should be fun. The Metro PCS Orange Bowl Classic is brought to you by Metro PCS, by Sunshine Health, and by BB&T. They're still on the beach. Don't they know we've got basketball here inside the BB&T Center? It's the Gators. For more on the Gators, let's check in with Jessica Blaylock.
Hey, Justin. Well, so far this season, the Gators have played in Orlando. They played in Tampa. They played in Jacksonville. They even had a game at Madison Square Garden in New York City. But one thing they have yet to do is play in Gainesville, and that is because the Stephen C. O'Connell Center has been undergoing a massive renovation. The $62.5 million project began at the end of last season, and the good news is it is finally complete. The new upgrades to the O-Dome include premium seating, new concourse concessions, and massive video boards. The Gators will play their first home game this Wednesday. Mike White said, yes, I'm excited to get back in front of the Rowdy Reptiles, but we cannot look past Charlotte today.
And there is Coach White in his second year as the head coach at Florida, and Mark Price in his second season as the head coach of Charlotte. Charlotte in green and Florida in white. Kavarius Hayes will jump center for the Gators against J.C. Washington, and it's Washington who controls the tip. And here is the point guard, John Davis, who averages 20.2 points per game for the 49ers.
Casey Hill gets the assignment of guarding Davis.
Boise. Braxton Boise, the former Florida Gator, takes the first shot, misses, and here is Casey Hill.
Florida coming off a loss at Florida State. They played well and have lost several games to power teams like Duke and Gonzaga. Nice start for Mr. Hayes. How about that?
Kavarius Hayes, the backup center, getting the start here today. Averages just over 4 points per game. A nice little finish early on, trying to take advantage of their size down low. Davis, the skip pass. Adrian White looking underneath, deflected, will stay Charlotte basketball.
Charlotte's last game, they lost to Wake Forest 91-74. And Mark Price feels like they need to get off to good starts. They played Wake solidly the last 30 minutes, first 10, not so much.
The first 10 minutes will be critical for the 49ers. White for three. He can shoot the three. Adrian White shoots it at almost 38%, although he struggled against Wake Forest, was 0 for 7 from three-point land.
Yikes. He's got a brother who has played at 3 colleges, Kansas, Nebraska, and now at Syracuse. He's Syracuse's leading scorer, Andrew White.
Casey Hill gets it back. Not one to look for the outside shot. Justin Leon for the force and a rebound for Davis, and there's a player down, and that player is Anthony Van Hook, and he is a key player there for Charlotte.
He's their leading rebounder at 6.3, averages 10 points. Kind of an undersized power forward guy. Not tall, but broad.
Also a very smart, heady basketball player.
Nice defense here. Challenges the shot, but just goes down. Funny on his leg.
So he's going to go out, take a seat on the bench, and coming in is Hudson Price, the son of Mark Price.
You know, Florida's team this year, you know, in the second year of Mike White's tenure, they're playing solid man-to-man defense. They're competitive, and they have done a very good job with Casey Hill. He is an improved point guard. McDonald's All-Americans, sort of had a disappointing start to his career, you know, but very, very quick and playing well right now.
Saved nicely by Leon. Here comes Casey Hill. Florida going with the tight shorts. Making a fashion statement. Finished by Devin Robinson.
They got some length, huh? Robinson is very quietly efficient player. Averages 11 a game, almost 6 rebounds, 6'9", very thin.
Davis, the hesitation. Misses. Leon, another rebound. Hill looking up, trying to push. That's more of his game. Not going to shoot from the outside, but if he can get inside 12 feet or so, he'll look for a shot.
Played great against Florida State when they were behind, driving to the basket. Allen is the signature player on Florida's team. Number 5, he's the 2 guard. Sophomore from Little Rock. Very, very good player. Second team All-SEC preseason. Defending the ball right here.
Oh, Boise nearly has it taken away. Shot clock down to 5. Too much dribble. Shot clock at 2. Daniel, excuse me, the 3 by Davis. Able to draw iron. The deep 3, just have to put it up.
Justin Leon, very interesting player with the headband, 23. He came here as a blue-collar guy, and he's shooting 52% from 3. How about that? And how about that for Mr. Hayes? Hayes is saying to all the Gator Nation, hey, fellas, I can play.
Uvarius Hayes, 2 for 2 from the floor to open up this game, getting the start in place of Egbunu, who has a strained hamstring, and now he gets a steal.
Nice hands there.
Kayvon Allen hasn't looked for a shot yet.
There it is.
Now he'll look for it. Off the mark. And the rebounds by Leon, able to save it. Hill, short. Robinson gets fouled, and Robinson will go to the free throw line.
Casey Hill is going to claim that this was a pass to Robinson. However, it was a shot that got nothing but air. Right here, floats it up, and great play by Robinson, getting a hand on that ball. Good numbers, huh? 11 and 5.4. He's got a beautiful stroke. He's a mid-distance shooter type guy. He's got very good form on his free throw. 83% from the free throw line.
Van Hook comes back in. And also checking in for the first time as a member of the Charlotte 49ers is Austin Ojukwu, number 5 for Charlotte. The transfer out of Clemson was a mid-year transfer, and this is the first time he is eligible to play.
Well, you were at that practice up in Charlotte. How did he look to you? I haven't seen him play.
He's one of these guys, you can see him. He's got long arms, 6'6", 6'7". More of a mid-range guy. Will get to the hoop.
Okay. A little bit more out. They need some athleticism at that spot, right?
Yep.
Look at the hands defensively.
Too strong with the left by Van Hook, and the rebound by Justin Leon.
No green shirts on the offensive glass.
Casey Hill, too good a positioning right there. And a timeout taken by Mark Price. 12-3, Florida leading Charlotte. You said before, a key to this game was the first 10 minutes. The first 4.5 minutes have not looked good for the 49ers.
No doubt about that. And timeout by Mark Price. They are not getting good shots at their end. And at the other end, it's been an open door defensively. Nobody is staying in front of Casey Hill at all. And Hayes scored inside and outside in his first 2 shots.
12-3, Florida leading here early over the 49ers. Every weekday morning, Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp go head-to-head on the day's hottest sports topics. Undisputed with Skip and Shannon weekdays from 9:30 a.m. to noon only on FS1. Well, 12-3, the Gator chomp against the Charlotte 49ers. And Mark Price calling a timeout. Really had to try to get his team back and run a play out of the timeout, see if he can get some points as they open up 1 for 6 from the floor. The 1 field goal, a 3 from Adrian White. White for 3. That is contested, and he gets fouled by Justin Leon. That'll be the first foul against Leon and a 3-shot foul.
That's his first, team's first. At the line for the 49ers is Adrian White.
Ball gets reversed.
Shooting 3.
Very good closeout by Leon. Didn't need to foul him.
A 78% free throw shooter misses the first one.
He's 3-point frequency. He's 25 for 66 for this team, so he shoots the most threes.
Canyon Berry will check in for the Gators. He'll replace Leon. Also checking in Chris Chioza. And he'll replace Kayvon Allen.
So really 2 point guards in the game right now, Chioza and Hill. So Chioza will probably move over to the 2.
2 of 3 at the line for White. And Adrian White's got all 5 so far for Charlotte.
2-1-2. 3-quarter court press. Back into zone. 3-2 variety. Tall player at the top of the key will drop low into the middle of the lane to try to guard the free throw area.
Tipped away. Ojukwu nearly had it. Casey Hill got it back. Shot clock at 1. Robinson does not get it off. A shot clock violation.
Well, Mark Price is going to be happy about that. And credit him with the token press. You know, that takes some time off the clock, so you have less time in the half court to execute your stuff. Davis has not had any kind of good looks yet.
White. Kick out. Davis back to White. Open for 3. Hits it. Second 3.
That is 2-man basketball right there at its best. They were looking for one another for sure.
A good response by Charlotte out of the timeout. A couple of good possessions, including the defense.
Indeed.
Casey Hill left open for 3. And the tall trees go up for the rebound. Now Robinson's got it, and the foul.
2 6'9s close to the basket are going to beat 2 6'5", 6'6" close to the basket almost every time. Let's take a look. This is a miss. White jerseys everywhere on it. Hayes and Robinson. And Robinson, unfortunately for the Gators, fouled out of their last game against Florida State. And when he fouled out, that was a big blow to them against the Seminoles. Getting off to a good start now as he goes to the bench here.
Robinson goes to the bench, converts the 3-point play. The foul was called on Austin Ojukwu, his first. Into the game is number 25, Keith Stone for the Gators.
Big game against Miami. Had 15 in that game. Came into that game, I was watching it. I said, who is this guy?
Well, that's because he's had 19 in his 9 other games.
Looked like an All-American in that game.
Ojukwu. Kick out to the corner. Price forcing the pass, turns it over. Chioza with the steal. Berry to the reverse. Ojukwu on the ground. That's off of Casey Hill, and it will be Charlotte basketball with 13:23 on the clock.
Good hustle by everybody out there. Hill's going to come out, and Allen's is going to come back in. So the 3 guards have rotated nicely. That seems to be a plan for Mike White in a lot of games. Token pressure. Davis has not had good looks, but we've seen his quickness on the last 2 plays, penetrating and dishing.
Man Hook trying to go up and under, forcing it, and he turns it over.
Nowhere to go there.
And now we'll see the freshman point guard, Quentin Jackson, for the first time as he replaces John Davis. Also in is another freshman, Najee Garvin. Or he went to the scorer's table, got there too late. In for the first time for the Gators is number 32, Skylar Rimmer. Van Hook, he will lead the break occasionally. Ojukwu for 3.
Nice hands by Chioza. That ball was down on the ground, and he got low enough to get it.
Allen, good ball fake all the way to the hoop.
You call that right, my friend. The ball fake is what opened up the lane for him.
White has been the offense for Charlotte, and a turnover here for the 49ers. 17-8, Florida leading.
Fast hands so far. Canyon Berry, 24 with the basketball, came in as a reputation as a shooter. That's really not his game. He's an all-around type player.
Jackson, an athletic point guard, can't finish with the left. Thought he got fouled. Chioza looks back at his coach, who says, push it, hustle, get over the timeline. Here is Berry going to the hoop, and he gets fouled, and that foul will be against Anthony Van Hook.
Kayvon Allen, watch the fake. Charlotte goes for it. Not smart.
17-8, Florida leading Charlotte. All 8 points for the 49ers have come from Adrian White. Canyon Berry, the son of Hall of Famer Rick Berry. This guy's a pretty smart guy, but how about his father, Rick Berry? You know, this is what amazes me. As Canyon Berry's going to be going to the free throw line. Rick Berry, for those of you who don't know, watch him how he shot his free throws. Underhand. And everyone's saying, no, you can't shoot your free throws that way. You can't do that.
And he was a great free throw shooter. And his son, same exact style. I don't know if there's another guy shooting underhand free throws in college basketball right now. But this young man is doing it. And, of course, he gets the announcer's curse on that one. But he's shooting 82% from the free throw line underhanded.
But here's my thing, right? So he makes 1 of 2 right there. If you're all these players, if you're DeAndre Jordan in the NBA, if you're Andre Drummond in the NBA, why not try it?
Maybe they have in practice. Don't know. Sometimes the big guys that you're talking about, they have such large hands, it makes it a little bit difficult for them to shoot those kind of shots.
We just saw Ojo, who's got the biggest hands I've ever seen, shoot 75%. Ojukwu got fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. That foul is called against Keith Stone. That's his first.
Ojukwu practiced with them last year as a transfer, mid-year transfer guy from Clemson. So he practiced with them last year, practiced this year, and then he just becomes eligible. So this is his first game having played, so he looks a little nervous out there. I'm sure there's plenty of rust on his game.
Justin Leon, Kivarius Hayes back in for the Gators. 1 of 2 at the line for Austin Ojukwu. That's the first point for the 49ers, not scored by Adrian White. Chioza keeps that dribble alive and gets all the way to the hoop. And where's the defense for the 49ers right now? They don't have much size, but nobody filling the lane back there. And Mark Price was talking about it at practice. As Oboise takes the 3, no good. And a foul is going to go against the 49ers. And this will be against Ojukwu. And that's going to be number 2 against him. But he said if one thing breaks down, everything breaks down.
Well, if you don't have shot blocking, okay, you've got to guard the perimeter and not gamble so much. And you can't let guards penetrate to the basket like we've seen so far in this game. I mean, Chioza has done it, Allen has done it, and Hill has they've all done it, and uncontested shots when they drive in there. So you got to maybe play zone, maybe play in front of guys, don't gamble, make them shoot outside shots. Not having guys in the middle in basketball is kind of like not having good linemen in professional football, where it affects almost everything else. And in the first game, we saw great size on the part of Florida State and length on the part of Florida State, which, helped them to 10 steals in the game and 7 blocked shots.
And now Chioza going to the hoop. He gets fouled, and this foul will be called against Najee Garvin.
Chioza's an intelligent player, and he uses his body to draw this foul. He really had nowhere to go on this. It looked like it was going to be a bad play, but because of his high IQ, he was able to draw the foul.
It's the 16th foul against the 49ers. John Davis comes back in, replacing Quentin Jackson. Also back in is Devin Robinson for the Gators.
Robinson's off to a very good start. 7 points early in this going.
Chioza knocks them both down. He'll go to the bench. Casey Hill will come back in for him. 22-9. Not the start that Mark Price was hoping for Charlotte.
3-guard rotation between Hill, Allen, and Chioza has been very productive so far in this game. They are doing a very good job on Davis.
Ojukwu leaves it off for Garvin. And it's out of bounds off of Hill, and it will stay Charlotte basketball with 10 on the shot clock. With Devin Robinson guarding the inbounds, this is not an easy position to inbound the ball from. And he got a piece of it in a steal. Here comes Casey Hill. Robinson able to corral it, puts it up and in with a foul.
You talk about luck. Big smiles in the huddle right there, because that was an ill-advised pass. It was not there. Good steal here. And Hill has his head up. He's looking right for Robinson. He delivers, but the man in green was right there and bobbled it. So Casey Hill gets a nice assist on that one.
The foul is called against Anthony Van Hook. And Van Hook goes to the bench. Back in is J.C. Washington. It's a 12-1 run for the Gators.
You know, when I think about the Gators and the fact that the O'Connell Center was being redone and they haven't played any home games this year, I'm wondering if it's going to help them down the road. I mean, next week they play Little Rock at home at the Exactech O'Connell Center, and it will be their first home game of the year. No one else is experiencing that at all. And, you know, Mike White said that they don't even talk about it. You know, they just go out and play wherever they're going to play, and they play.
Jump ball possession arrow will stay for Florida.
I mean, he has a great approach to, you know, it's all about what you're doing on the floor.
You know, I also wonder, if you think about it, no quote-unquote home games. They played in Jacksonville, Lakeland, Tampa, Orlando.
Yeah.
You wonder, recruiting-wise, you know, you go there and have the recruits come and see you there.
Well, if they, yeah, you know, if there's players in that area, and I think, you know, the arena's going to be better. It's going to be nicer. It's going to be newer. And it's going to be great. And that's going to what?
Yeah, that'll be a huge sell. Yeah.
Trap at the 10-second line. Nicely handled by Charlotte.
Well, Boise got fouled on a jump shot. Second time that Florida has committed a foul on a jump shooter. And this time, the foul is against Kevarius Hayes, his first, and Boise will go to the free throw line for 2.
And the line is Boise shooting 2.
Boise. Mark Price talked about the first 10 minutes being so critical.
Not so good here. 12 years in the NBA, an all-star, one of the best free throw shooters in the history of the NBA is that young man right there. I remember when I was coaching at Jacksonville, he was playing at Georgia Tech. He came in and we could not guard him. And we had 2 first-round draft picks on that team. He must have had 38.
You know, it's funny, when I went to practice on Thursday, the team was stretching and there was Mark Price on the opposite end shooting free throws.
I bet he didn't miss any.
So here's the funny part. The first one he took, he missed. And I thought, I don't know if I've seen him miss. And I'm like, I've definitely never seen him miss 2 in a row. Offensive foul here against Kayvon Allen. And then I said, can you imagine if he misses 2 in a row right now? He did not miss again.
And here he is as a Cleveland Cavalier.
Look at this. Steve Kerr and Bryce going for it. And by the way, that was Bobby Phills also.
Drive to the lane. He gets fouled by Kerr. And watch this. He's not too happy about this foul here by Wennington. And he gave him some lip.
White, who has basically been the only offense for the 49ers so far. Washington, the kick out. Boise, good pump fake, too strong on the jumper. Wow, weak side rebound for Hill.
Boise's been very off.
Yeah. The foul will be called against Washington. He got popped in the face by Justin Leon.
49ers foul.
Well, he was trying to stay with Leon on the drive. He gets off balance right here.
I don't know how it's a foul on him.
49ers Charlotte. Leon is
Watch.
Well, he's grabbing him. See, he's got his hand on his hip. I think that's what the official is seeing.
I thought it was hand on the hip after he got hit.
Could have been, yeah. Trying to keep his balance.
Yeah.
This guy has been a revelation to me, Justin. He's recruited as a blue-collar guy, you know, play a few minutes a game. Turns out to be a starter and an extremely accurate three-point shooter and a guy who does his job extremely well. He's going to the bench right now. Justin Leon is going to be an important player in the SEC play.
He's shooting it at 51.9% from three-point land this season.
Yeah, and he hasn't taken 3 or 4. I mean, he's taken
14 of 27.
There you go.
White for 3 off the mark.
How about the challenge by Robinson on that? I mean, he didn't shoot an air ball because of he was in an empty gym. I mean, Robinson challenged that beautifully. They are doing a very, very good job on Davis. Watch the long arm right here. That is a challenge.
We watched Jonathan Isaac, the freshman for Florida State, in the first game. It was so long. I'll tell you what, Devin Robinson, he's pretty long.
He is. 6'9", very thin.
Shot clock down to 10. Stone, too strong. Rimmer keeps it alive. Robinson saves it. Fresh 30. Hill, good jump stop. Stone coming into the reverse. That was a pretty possession. White the other way, forcing the issue. It's out of bounds. Off of Florida will stay Charlotte ball, but a 19-point lead for the Florida Gators here with 7.5 to go in the first half. The holiday season, the Gator fans are loving this one.
Welcome back to Game 2 of the Metro PCS Orange Bowl Classic. Florida with a big lead right now, 30-11 in the first half. Well, Braxton Oboise should be a familiar name for Gator fans, and that is because he actually began his college career at the University of Florida, but he ended up transferring to Charlotte after just one season in Gainesville. And for him, the decision to leave UF came down to one thing. He wanted to be closer to home. He's a Charlotte native. All of his family lives there, and that's really, guys, what factored into his decision to leave Gainesville.
Yeah, and this kid, I mean, he was a top 100 recruit coming out of Charlotte. I can remember seeing him on the AAU circuit. The question is, can Charlotte get something going here in the final 7 minutes or so of this first half? A block by Skylar Rimmer on J.C. Washington. Almost sweeping left hook.
Are you kidding me? Man, what a shot. A running one-handed hook. He was big against Miami. He ran by us right in front here. He has very strong legs. Very much the opposite of Robinson, who's so thin. Take a look at this shot. I mean, you could play horse. He's a right-handed player. This is a good dish also by Hill. And look at this, 2 steps, and he's like 12 feet away and shoots the lefty hook. That is a thing of beauty. Nicely done, Mr. Stone.
You mentioned his strong, thick legs and the tight shorts. It's different. They're tight on him. The three, they get it off in time, does Davis. And the rebound for Robinson. They're loose on Robinson, not loose on Stone. His jumper. He's saying, Mr. Wenzel, I like what you're talking about. Keep it up. It's a 22-3 run for the Gators. Davis just trying to get something going. Back the other way comes Hill. European step move. And Hill gets it back. The no look for Rimmer, can't handle it. And now a reach and foul against Evan Robinson. That's number 1 against number 1. And the 15th foul.
Pace of play very much in favor of the Gators right now. I mean, they are clearing the defensive glass and getting out and running.
And number 25, Reed
Checking in for the first time for Charlotte is Reed Albee, number 25. A former walk-on, was awarded a scholarship this summer. That's got to be one of the coolest things as a coach.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it happens quite a bit, too. You know, I mean, guys get rewarded for their hard work, which is a great lesson.
Chioza leaves it off. Leon for 3. No. And the foul will be called against Albee as he fouled Kevarius Hayes going for the rebound.
25, Reed Albee.
Free throws coming up here for Hayes. It's a 19th foul, so 1-on-1 for Hayes.
Hayes goes to the glass from perimeter area. You know, I mean, it's not like he's in the lane all the time. You know, he's out there 15, 16 feet on the wing. Shot goes up, and I mean, he attacks it. And he's got great length and great jumping ability. That's good stuff for Mike White.
And you watch him at the free throw line. He's got good form.
No doubt about it. He brings the ball back a little too far over his head, I think. You know, I mean, I think you need to keep it in front of you a little bit. He brings it back over his head. Late game, when you're feeling fatigued, that's going to hurt you. But his percentages is pretty reasonable at 68 so far.
Boise splits the double team. Ojukwu back to Boise.
Help defense and challenge shots are very, very good.
Offensive foul against Albee setting the pick.
Well, Albee's got it in. He's got 2 fouls right away right here. Look at his defense. I mean, he nails them. But Hayes is right there to help out.
31.
No free throws on this one.
Benes Crucionis will check in now for Charlotte, number 31.
7-footer from Lithuania. Transfer from Auburn.
Hayes, double teamed. Look at the patience he's exhibiting.
Yep. Good point.
Davis has been quiet so far. Then again, so is the entire 49er team. Ojukwu makes the three.
A three-point basket for Austin Ojukwu.
Zone defense on the part of Charlotte. Trying to force the outside shot because so many drives to the lane have been uncontested.
Allen for three, got it. So just when Charlotte hits a three, Kayvon Allen comes right back and answers it.
They are switching everything on to Davis. They want to keep a hand up with him at all times.
Ojukwu in trouble, up in the air, Chioza. I like that play at least. He threw it over midcourt, so you don't give an easy opportunity for Charlotte.
Right, never throw it close to your basket when you're going out of bounds.
Ojukwu against Chioza has a mismatch. Turnaround jumper in the foul.
Florida foul, the number 11, Chris Chioza. His first.
39-16. Florida cruising here in this first half over Charlotte. More Gator chopping here in the first half. Florida leading 39-16 over Charlotte. And this Florida Gators team this season opened the season with 5 straight wins, including a victory over Seton Hall. 7-3 on the season. Their RPI number 5.
Yeah, and that's because of the tough schedule they played. You know, they played Duke, they played Gonzaga, they played Florida State. They lost all 3 of those. So that's not the great news. But the fact that they played those teams and, you know, played them reasonably well, obviously is a good thing, and that's why their RPI is so high. The thing about RPI, I want to explain this. The RPI is a number that is a general indicator of relative strength. And I emphasize general and relative. When people see RPI, they shouldn't think, oh, they're the 5th-ranked team in the nation. I mean, they're not. Okay, so RPI is used by the committee in the first culling of teams, not down the line.
Allen's three, no. Rebound by Kenyon Berry. Fresh 30 here for the Gators.
Charlotte's lack of size is hurting it at both ends of the floor. Defensively, they've gone to zone, and that is helping them a little bit.
Allen forcing the shot. Christionis with the rebound. A wild, unnecessary shot by Allen. Ojukwu attacking the hoop. There you have it. And now a timeout will be taken here by Mike White, and Florida not happy with his team's defense right there.
Well, he's not happy with the shot selection either. I mean, Allen's shot was silly, and then they don't get back, and they get an easy basket. Right here, the new guy from Clemson starting to play a little bit. Rust is falling off of him. Ojukwu doing a nice job there, going to the basket, using a little English on that shot off the backboard. That's always a good thing. And Mike White not happy about his team getting back slowly.
And as far as Mike White is concerned, I mean, this is a guy who spent 4 years as the head coach at Louisiana Tech, went 101-40 in his 4 years there. Was the 2014-15 Conference USA Coach of the Year, and he got a late start as the head coach at Florida because Billy Donovan left late to go to the NBA.
Right.
So a lot of coaches, you know, the changes are made in March. He got his start in May.
Well, he's done a very, very good job. And, of course, Billy Donovan is going to be a Hall of Fame coach. And he's beloved. The 2 national championships in 06 and 07 and the unprecedented winning with him as the coach. But I think Mike White is a great choice, and I think he's going to do wonderful things here.
Barry's three is short, kept alive by Hayes. Robinson for 3, got that one.
Number 1, Devin Robinson.
Devin Robinson came in 6 for 20 from three-point line on the season. Ojukwu, you can see he's starting to gain more confidence.
Yeah, I agree. Robinson's feeling pretty good, too. He's got 12 already in the game.
Davis, good bounce pass. Christionis with the left.
I think Mark Price has got to think about staying zone as a normal thing for his team. Of course, Chrissy Eunice is doing a very, very good job at both ends. All of a sudden, the wide open layups are not there for the opposition. I mean, they're playing better out of the zone. There's no doubt about that.
Good defense there by Jukla, able to move the feet. This time he goes for the fake against Robinson. Recovers, gets a hand in the face, so Boise doesn't have numbers.
Davis has been absolutely silent in this game.
As has Boise.
0 for 4. Davis averages 20.
Knocked away, up ahead. Here's Chioza. All the way to the hoop.
Chris Chioza for 2.
44-20, a 24-point lead. Davis finds a Jukla in transition for 3. The trailer, no. Berry. Maybe got away with a walk. No whistle. Mark Price thought so. Instead, it's 2 points for Kenyon Berry, the grad transfer from the College of Charleston. A 26-point lead. The Jukla, ooh, watch out. 2 bodies go flying. Hopefully everybody's all right. And now Berry gets fouled by Grisionis. Devin Robinson is hobbling just a bit as he comes back down the floor.
Well, we started this game talking about how John Egbunu was not playing in this game, the starting center, the guy who shoots the most free throws, and the force in the middle for Florida, frankly. And I think the interesting thing about it, he goes with a hamstring problem. That's him on the left. He gets a hamstring problem and can't play, and now the depth is being built because of that. So what starts out as a negative can turn into a very big positive for this team.
Casey Hill checking back into the game.
Tavon Allen goes to the bench. Casey Hill comes back in. And great free throws, but Kenyon Berry are drained. Justin Leon replaces him. Also into the game, Anthony Van Hook for Charlotte. Casey Hill, he fouls Ojukwu. Casey Hill was just timing the dribble of Ojukwu.
He had that set up. I thought he had it. You know, the best win that Florida has this year is against Seton Hall, and they're up next on our air here. And Seton Hall, if you haven't seen them play, Kadeem Carrington is an unbelievable player, and Desi Rodriguez and Angel Delgado, I mean, they have a ton of talent. At the end of the year, when the resumes are being screwed over, I mean, that win is going to look very, very good for the Gators.
And I mean, I look at the Big East right now, and I think they've got at least 5 NCAA tournament teams in the conference.
I mean, of course, you know, they're going to play one another and beat each other and that kind of thing. But, I mean, you talk about Villanova. I mean, Josh Hart, I think, is the best player in the country. And Villanova's great, Butler's great, Creighton's great. I mean, they are, and Xavier's very good, Seton Hall. Those are the 5 I'm assuming you're talking about. So great first half for the Gators.
Holding here for the final shot. Hill, the kick out, deep 3 for Allen. The putback, 2 Gators went for it. Robinson and Leon, and it looked like Robinson actually blocked the shot of Leon, and they're able to laugh about it because they've got a 26-point lead. Watch this and watch the reaction. It's great. There's the 3, the rebound. And look at the 2 of them. The smiles. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, you got me. All right, let's go over to Jessica.
All right, thanks so much, Justin. Coach, your team has really dominated on both ends of the floor. What's impressed you most about the way they've played in this first half?
Outside of fouling jump shooters, it's about as crisp defensively as we've played. We're really locked in, proud of that effort. defensive rebounding has bothered us all year, doing a good job taking care of our business that way. Got to be a little bit better against their zone, though.
And even though you've had a commanding lead pretty much this entire first half, your guys never relaxed for a bit. What kind of effort have you seen so far?
Good effort. I think that's an advantage of being a little bit more experienced, and we're pretty deep. I think our guys understand that when they need a blow, they can ask for one, and the next guy's waiting. We got guys sitting over there next to me that they're eager to get a part of the action.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Justin, back to you.
All right, thank you very much. Well, it really was all Gators here in Florida in the first half over the 49ers. They started hot, they stayed hard. 48-22 as they head to the locker room. We'll be back with more at halftime here from Sunrise, Florida. Welcome back to the Metro PCS Orange Bowl Basketball Classic here at the BB&T Center. As we get set to start the second half, it is 48-22, Florida leading Charlotte. And let's check in with Jessica Blaylock.
Yeah, guys, I had a chance to catch up with Mark Price, and he said everything has to be better for his team in the second half. They've got to do a better job of rebounding. They've got to get some stops. He feels like maybe confidence when they're shooting the ball is a little bit of an issue. He's seen some hesitation. He said, I don't know if Florida's length is bothering us, but either way, we have to take the shot if it's available.
All right, and already an early foul in the first 6 seconds. Justin Leon gets called for the foul. But a couple of changes in this second half for Mark Price to open this second half up. He goes with Quentin Jackson, Hudson Price, Van Hook, Chris Eunice, Ajukwa on the floor. And a loose ball on the floor. It's finally controlled by Florida.
Florida had 3 turnovers in the first half. That is excellent. They are only averaging 11 turnovers per game this season, which is outstanding.
And there's a turnover right there.
Go. Yeah, right.
It's rare you get the turnover announcer, Jenks.
Yes, right. Allen, of course, is a signature player on this team. He had 5 in the first half, had 21 against Duke, 21 against Seton Hall, and their good win against the Pirates.
Jackson kick out to the corner. Chris Eunice. Van Hook. Jackson doesn't like to shoot from outside too much. Price does. The corner 3 is good.
When he's got time, he's better. They didn't rush him. That's the first open 3 that they've gotten in this game. All the others have been contested.
Devin Robinson leaves it back for Casey Hill. And a foul by Ajukwa. And that is number 3 against Ajukwa.
He's been an offensive spark for them in this game for sure, and the rust is still on defensively.
But how about Mark Price making a statement? Boise, Davis, neither one of them starting here in the second half.
It's about production. Davis 0 for 4, just not feeling it.
Allen leaving it off for Hayes. Again, the patience.
Yeah. How about the step through there, right? They tried to come and double him and couldn't.
8 points for Kavarius Hayes. Chris Eunice with the left, no, but a foul on the floor, and it looks like this one will go against Kayvon Allen.
Ajukwa did a good job of getting in there on the jump hook.
That's number 2 against Allen, and the second against Florida.
Grace Eunice, a couple of jab steps, and right here, Ajukwa underneath the basket on a switch. Allen guarding a bigger player there. They got caught.
Jackson maybe got away with a push-off.
Yeah, definitely.
Basket's good by number 11, Quentin Jackson.
Quentin Jackson, 6'3", 184, the freshman from Cary, North Carolina. His dad was actually a point guard for Jimmy V at NC State.
Wow. Well, you told me that you liked him when you saw him practice up there in Charlotte, where you live. So that's That's good stuff. He lends some athleticism out there, doesn't he?
Some athleticism, some size. He's got a good handle. Needs to work on the shot. Alley-oop. And Hayes was fouled. That's why he couldn't convert.
The foul, charge number 31.
The foul is against Benes Crisionis, his second, and the team's second.
Team second.
Let's watch Hayes and see if he pulls this ball back way above his head. And he does. I mean, his hands are good, you know. I mean, he's got good follow through. The ball spins nicely. I think he brings the ball back a little too far.
1 and 2 at the line.
Got good instincts. A lot of switching going on.
Ojukwu. He pulls up and gets fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. That foul is against Devin Robinson, and that's number 2 against Robinson, and the 3rd against the Gators.
Well, we've had 2 games today, and we're starting to see fouls being called in this one. In the first game, Manhattan fouled 31 times, and Florida State took 40 free throws in the first game today. We're nowhere near that kind of situation in this one.
Checking in for the Gators, Canyon Berry and Keith Stone come in for Robinson and Leon. Austin Ojukwu in his first game with Charlotte. The mid-year transfer from Clemson, now with 12 points. 5 of 7 from the free throw line, 3 of 5 from the floor.
I think they found a little something there.
You see with him, with Jackson, they got some length and some athleticism.
Yep.
Stone, nearly poked away by Price. The deep 3 is good by Kayvon Allen.
Man, when the shot clock's running down, you got a guy who can drain him from that deep. That sure helps.
54-29. Price to answer right back, in and out. And the rebound for Allen.
No green jerseys on the offensive glass at all. If you're not going to send people to the offensive glass, then you should get back, and you should not give up layups in the break.
Very good lead for Stone right to the hoop.
I think that's Barry's best thing. He's a distributor and a passer. He's not a three-point shooter, shooting 24% from there. Nice play by Hill here. Watch this move by Barry. I mean, he does a terrific job of getting the ball in there. He reverse pivots, finds his man. Stone comes in with strength. I think that's Barry's best thing.
And now here comes the line change for Charlotte. They bring in essentially their starting unit with the exception of Van Hook. Van Hook goes to the bench. And taking the place for him is Najee Garvin. Skylar Rimmer comes in for the Gators, as does Chioza. So it was about 4 minutes before Mark Price went to his bench. And now a foul away from the ball. And that foul will be against Rimmer. And that's the first against Rimmer, and the team's 4th. So let's see if that little message was sent and received by especially the starting backcourt for the 49ers, and Davis and Oboise. Apparently not on that one. A traveling violation by Davis. So a turnover here for Charlotte. Brings us to our first break here in the second half. Florida leading 56-29. So Mark Price, in his 12-year NBA career, spent 9 with the Cavs. His number 25 jersey's retired. By the way, it's awesome when you go to an arena and you see number 25 Cavs jersey. It's so cool. 4-time All-Star, one of the great shooters in NBA history.
Great free throw shooter, second all-time, 90% from the free throw line. And here are some guys in college basketball who have NBA pedigree. Mark Price, of course, Avery Johnson, Chris Mullin at St. John's, Musselman, who did not play but coached in the NBA. Michael Curry down here at Florida Atlantic was in this tournament last year. And, of course, Kevin Ollie in his 4th year at UConn, where Kevin has won a national championship. So Mark Price taking over more of a downtrodden program here at Charlotte, and he's got a lot of work to do, obviously.
So what do you say on that list? He's number 2 behind Mullin?
As far as players?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Got to look at that again.
Adrian White has it pinned against the backboard by Stone, but the follow by J.C. Washington.
That is the first, I think, offensive rebound basket that I have witnessed in this game. They might have had a couple, but I'll tell you what, that was a little bit more impressive.
Chioza got fouled on the floor by Braxton O'Boise. That's number 2 against O'Boise.
Number 1, Braxton O'Boise. His second, team's 3rd.
You know, it's funny because Mark Price was on the Charlotte Hornets coaching staff when he got hired by the 49ers. And on that coaching staff, he coached with Patrick Ewing. Now, if you think about the Cavaliers and the Knicks, who did they always lose to in the playoffs? The Bulls. And Michael Jordan. Who's the owner of the Hornets? Michael Jordan.
Oh, that guy.
Chioza finds Rimmer. He gets doubled. Kick out. Casey Hill for 3. It's short. Rebound. Another kick out. O'Boise goes up. And finally, it's Garvin.
Fast hands everywhere.
Barry
Nice
gets
play.
it back for 3. Got it.
Credit Hill. He got that steal.
But I would love to have seen conversations or heard conversations with Mark Price, Patrick Ewing, and Michael Jordan. Davis trying for a wraparound pass, turns it over. Hill all the way to the hoop, dunks it.
Man, does he have some speed. Speed and quickness. Hill defensively the last 2 plays. Got a 3 for his teammate, Canyon Barry, and then gets a 2 on his own on the break.
A timeout taken by Mark Price. And this is with his starters really back in there. And he benched those starters for the start of the second half. He brought them in just prior to the under 16 timeout. And Bob, they have not responded well at all.
No, but the guys at the other end have. Casey Hill has done a tremendous job in this game. Canyon Barry creating, making that 3 right there. Against Duke, Casey Hill had 13 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Against FSU, when they got behind, he drove hard to the basket, had 21 points against FSU. 16 against Miami, made his free throws, not turning the ball over like he has in the past. I mean, he has really, really improved. And you and I were together talking to Coach White after the shoot-around today, and I mean, he was beaming about Casey Hill and really how well he's playing lately. And that's a big deal for Florida.
Yeah. Jess, and you've got more on Casey Hill, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. The thing that Mike White loves about Casey is that Casey wants to go out the right way. He wants to win, and he realizes for that to happen, he's got to be the guy that steps up and leads this team. And that's an area where he has stepped up this season, just being a leader and playing with more confidence, being more aggressive offensively, and we just saw it on a play like that. That is what Mike White needs from Casey Hill in order for this team to be successful, and we're seeing it from him today.
Casey Hill, a McDonald's All-American, came in with high expectations. And it's funny how sports can be humbling, right? Because you come in and everyone thinks, if you're a McDonald's All-American, the mentality today is, I'm going to McDonald's All-American. I'm one and done. I'm going straight to the league. And all of a sudden, you realize, wait a minute, it's not that easy. And now you start realizing other things might be important. And now it's you change your priorities, and you're a team-first guy.
Yeah, he's been, I mean, he has improved so much this year in his decision-making on the floor. I think he realizes some of his inadequacies in terms of long-range shooting, so he doesn't get himself in those situations. I mean, he's delivering passes to guys. He's handling. He's playing terrific defense. Look at this defense by Stone out here.
Well, Boise and Davis have not yet made a field goal between the two of them. A forced shot, Van Hook, kick out. White, he puts up a three. No. Did that hit the rim? I thought that hit the rim.
They're going to take a look.
Yeah. That should have reset the shot clock.
Lucky's got it under control. Right here. Yeah, it clearly hits.
Todd Austin over there making sure we get this one correct, but they're going to reset the shot clock to 28 seconds. Yeah. That sound does not lie.
And it's not a good sound.
No.
It's off the rim like that. I hated that sound.
Washington. He gets called for a travel. It's just nothing going well for Charlotte.
Stone is impressing me with his defense here, Jason. I mean, he is really all over the place, guarding guys on the perimeter, guarding guys close to the basket. He's a physical presence in there.
Chioza. There is Stone. Mismatch against Davis. Finds Rimmer. He gets fouled with 6 on the shot clock, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Charlotte foul.
The foul is against J.C. Washington. That's number 2 against him. And the 4th against the 49ers.
At the line is Rimmer, shooting 2.
Checking in, Quentin Jackson replacing Oboise. Braxton Oboise had 20 points in their last game at Wake Forest on December 6th. Now, you might say he only has 2 in this one. Well, in the previous 2 games prior to that 20-point outburst, he had a total of 10 points, and he was 2 for 15 combined from 3.
Yeah,
so he's been up and down.
Up and down, yeah.
Stone went up for the dunk, and that's a good contest by J.C. Washington.
It really is, and you don't want to give up dunks for sure. You know, and Stone is a very powerfully built guy. I mean, he's really impressive. He's going to go hard on this, and he's going to try to dunk it. J.C. gets up there, hits the ball. Lower body, though, a lot of contact.
But if I'm a coach right there, and I'm down 30 points, and I see a guy go up and contest a dunk like that, I love it.
You gotta like it, yeah. And Stone's from Deerfield Beach, which is right around the corner from here, about 15 minutes away. So he's wanting to play well here.
The personal foul, the number 2, Eric Hester.
Eric Hester, who is checking to the game for Florida, gets called for the foul. Davis still looking for his first bucket. It's out of bounds off of Florida. Will stay Charlotte basketball.
Well, it's been a struggle for John, and I feel for the guy because he comes in here averaging 20 a game, clearly their best scorer on their team, and he has not been able to get anything going at all.
Van Hook, good spin move, finishes with the right.
15, Anthony Van Hook.
Barry all the way to the hoop, and he gets fouled.
Well, Barry understood that he had Andrian White on his hip, and he's got a 6-inch advantage, so he took him all the way to the goal. Right here, bumps him, takes it strong to the basket. He's going to get his opportunity at the free throw line, and we're going to get to see the underhand free throw.
Underhand free throws are coming up when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the Metro PCS Orange Bowl Classic, where the Gators lead the 49ers 63-33. Now, right behind me, there is a very special group of ladies. These are 8 team moms over here that represent the 8 different Orange Bowl youth football teams. They were honored at the half for all of the contributions that they make to their teams to help them be successful. They organize carpools, they bring snacks to practice and games, and they're the best cheerleaders around. Guys, this year marks over a decade that Metro PCS has been involved with the Teen Moms program. That is a well-deserved honor for all that these moms do.
It is awesome. I can remember when I was growing up, the Teen Moms bringing snacks, drinks to games.
There you go.
2 underhanded free throws. I told you, don't go anywhere. Makes them both. Canyon Barry. The 3 for Davis. Back rims it. And a foul is called against Eric Hester. Going for the loose ball.
Number 2.
That's his second.
His second, team 6.
This could have been a difficult situation right here. Thankfully, nobody got hurt. When the ball lands right between 2 guys that both run in opposite directions, full speed, that's cause for concern.
Ajukwa, top of the key 3, no. And the rebound for Robinson.
Nice block out, too. See how he pushed Washington out of the way with his back?
Chioza finds Robinson. He thought about a 3. Barry on the ground, able to save it. Chioza finds Robinson, who goes up high, and he gets fouled.
Nice pass by Chioza. And we saw the elevation of Robinson on this play. Coming into the game, Chioza 31 assists, 13 turnovers. That's a heck of a ratio. And right here, he's not going to get an assist on this, but it was an excellent pass.
Devin Robinson at the line, where he's 3 of 4 for the game. Still at 12 points. That's what he had at the half, and he's still at 12. Substitution, Benes Brisiunas comes in, replacing Washington. One or 2 at the line. I give a lot of credit to Mike White and the Gators right now. Ajukwa for 3, and a rebound for Chioza. It may sound weird to say this, as Ajukwa steals the pass from Chioza, but it's difficult to play with a big lead. You can get complacent. Well, they've kept up the intensity.
Yeah, they really have, and we saw that in the first game as well with Florida State. It was tight in the first half with Manhattan, and then they got out to a big lead, and they kept their foot on the pedal, and Florida has done it with different players. You know, a lot of different guys are in the game right now.
Speaking of guys in the game right now, Borjak Gak is in the game for the first time, number 12. Chioza with a steal. He's got trailers. Barry for 3. Robinson able to save it for Chioza. Up ahead for Hester. Nice move to the reverse.
When a guy that doesn't play much scores, the teammates get up off the bench and give him a little loving. Mr. Chiozza can make passes, and this one's a 3/4 court length pass right on the money. Hester makes an easy play into a hard play, but makes it anyway. Chiozza has made 3 or 4 passes in the last couple of minutes that he didn't get big credit for in terms of assists, but this guy is a smart player. He and Allen next to him sitting right there along with Hill. That's a nice guard trio.
Barry again with the underhand free throw, converts.
Allen on the left, second team all SEC. Chiozza on the right, sharing time with Hill in the backcourt.
Back into the game, Justin Leon replacing Canyon Barry. Quentin Jackson out of control, lost it. Gack takes it away. Hester for 3. Oh! Devin Robinson. That's one that you dream about. Casey Hill jumps the passing lane. Hudson Price, no, body's flying, and it's saved. Just enjoy this replay.
Devin Robinson has some ups. Watch the left side of your screen. No block out. That is some athleticism right there.
It's like a pogo stick.
I'm not sure that he's going to go through the SEC season without getting blocked out in a game. People are going to try to put their body on him for sure.
(72-33), and there's still 8:40 to go.
Hands up on the shooters. Switching. In the post, stay between your man and the basket.
Chris Eunice just threw it up. Robinson with the rebound. Up ahead for Hill. Kickball out of bounds. They'll put 15 on the shot clock.
Substitution, John Davis is in for the 49ers.
Checking in for the Gators, Keith Stone. He'll replace Robinson. And you wonder if that'll be it for Robinson.
Well, you don't want guys getting hurt, that's for sure, in, quote, junk time. But 8 minutes is a long, long time. Junk time's usually only 2 or 3 minutes. But they've got a gigantic lead here. 2-3 zone on the part of Charlotte. It was its most effective defense in this game.
Hester's 3 is good.
Mike White has just called off the press.
Hudson Price in the paint, pulls up short. Gack with the rebound.
He got that rebound above the rim, too. Not many of those happen in games.
Gack keeps it alive. Hill's got it. Hester for 3 again. And the rebound, a run out for Garvin. And Garvin nearly walked with it. Instead, Hester takes it away. He's got Hill. Hester goes all the way to the hoop. A 14-0 run for the Florida Gators. And it's 77-33. The first 10 minutes didn't go well for Charlotte, but really the first 34 minutes haven't gone very well for Charlotte. It's turned ugly here in Florida. The baby's getting tired. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Well, back in 2001, these two teams met. And guess who was lighting it up for the Gators? Udonis Haslam. Look at the guys on this team. Brett Nelson, Matt Bonner. Brett Nelson now a coach with Marquette and Steve Wojciechowski. Udonis Haslam, 22-13.
Last time they played. Last time these two teams played.
Yep.
Charlotte has been in several different conferences. They were in Conference USA from 1995 to 2005, 10 years. Then they switched to the Atlantic 10, and they were in the Atlantic 10 for 8 years, Justin. And then they've been 4 years back in Conference USA. So with all of the various calculations going on in college basketball with conferences, they have bounced around a little bit.
That free throw was the first point of the day for John Davis, a guy who averages 20.2 points per game. You know it's a bad day when a guy who shoots free throws at 82.4% misses his first.
Yeah, he's been off. You wonder if he's a little under the weather or something, but physically he looks good, and he scores there, and he's going to get it N1. We're kind of getting a glimpse right now of how he normally plays, but I think the superior defense of Florida has just taken him out of the game. I mean, they switched every time he came off a screen, so screens were ineffective. Florida has enough quickness to stay with him and in front of him.
He converts that three-point play.
Hester's been in a long, long time for a guy who doesn't play that much, and he's got some points. He's got some things going on in this game.
He's got 7 points off the bench, does Hester. Allen for three, no. Ojukwu with the rebound. 6 minutes to go. And there is Davis to the hoop. So he has the last 6 points now for the 49ers after going scoreless. And a timeout is going to be called here by Mike White. So you think he thinks he's up by, 35, 37 points or so? The three-point attempt is no good for Kayvon Allen. And here comes Hudson Price for the 49ers. 5:15 to go here in the second game of a doubleheader. Florida State won the first game, defeating Manhattan. And that one 83-67. And that was a close game for a while. It was a 5-point game at the half. Florida State led.
A little bit of a foul fest in the first game. Manhattan with their full court pressure and trying to disrupt the flow of Florida State with the superior athleticism. Bacon was the MVP of that game. Jonathan Isaac was blocking shots and stealing the ball all over the place. And a typical FSU defensive effort in that one.
Javarius Hayes is replacing.
Javarius Hayes comes in. We open up this broadcast talking about the fact that John Ekbunu would not be available for the Gators, the starting center, because of a strained hamstring that he suffered in practice this week. Tested it this morning at shoot-around, could not go. And we thought that could play an impact. It didn't play an impact.
The impact was that Hayes played great instead. That was the impact. And Ekbunu is going to try to heal up pretty quick, I can tell you that. They play Little Rock in the first game at the new Exactech O'Connell Center.
And now you to Hayes. Batting around, playing some volleyball. It's out of bounds, and it will be Charlotte basketball.
December 21st, Little Rock. That will be the first home game for the Gators this season.
Garvin falling to the ground and a rebound for Keith Stone. Traveling violation called against Eric Hester.
Chris Chiosa places Eric Hester.
I like blue paint, but this is the Exact Tech Arena at the Stephen C. O'Connell Center. $64.5 million renovation. That's a pretty cool Gator up top. Chris Eunice tries to go for the dunk.
Look at that pass on the money by Chiosa. He can really, really pass.
Davis gets fouled going to the hoop. He'll go to the free throw line. The foul is called against Canyon Berry. 3.5 to play. 77-41. That's the lead for the Gators. The Metro PCS Orange Bowl Classic is brought to you by Metro PCS, by Sunshine Health, and by American Airlines. The sun is setting here in Sunrise, Florida. That's a look at the Everglades, a place that I don't know if I could go to. I'm afraid of snakes.
That's beautiful. Well, you think about the beauty. Don't think about snakes. What's wrong with
I
you?
think about snakes. I'm not going to lie. Davis makes the free throw. Now with 7 points after being held scoreless for the first 34 minutes or so. So I take it you've been to the Everglades.
Yeah.
How many snakes did you see?
None.
Really?
I was driving.
Hester thought about the three. Chiosa will take the three and make the three.
Three-point basket for Chris Chiosa.
37-point lead for the Gators. Into the game for the first time is Lucas Burgong, number 12. For the 49ers, Ajukwa elevates, no, and the rebound for Kivarius Hayes.
Ajukwa's got 12 in the game, so he'll be playing a much more major role as Conference USA begins for the 49ers.
Hayes baseline jumper, no good. The rebound by Stone, but it's taken away now by Price. Garvin out of bounds, and it's Florida basketball. Skylar Rimmer coming back in. He'll replace Hayes. And Hayes will go to the bench. 9 points, 4 rebounds in the spot start in place of John Ekbunu.
Well, when I look at this Florida team, obviously in this game, it's hard to evaluate everything because it's, such a one-sided affair. But the three-guard rotation looks very, very strong to me. With Ekbunu and now Hayes and Stone and you got Devin Robinson at the 3 with Canyon Barry. I mean, they got a lot of depth and a lot of good basketball players. And when you think about the SEC, obviously Kentucky is the first thing that comes to anyone's mind who's a basketball person. But after that, these Gators might be the second best team in the conference.
Davis shooting 2.
Davis back at the free throw line. Hudson Price goes to the bench. Quentin Jackson back in.
49ers placing Hudson Price.
Misses both. One of those days for John Davis, a day that this entire Charlotte 49er team will want to forget.
No doubt about that. And they go home, get started in Conference USA, and chalk this one up.
Nice play off the glass by Canyon Berry. Jackson, the pull-up jumper is good.
Number 11, Quentin Jackson for the 49ers.
Good job by Jukla. Dropping down with a steal. Jackson with the left, no. And the rebound for Stone. And Chiozza. You think that Florida was going to take some clock? 82-45. And if you're Charlotte, if you're Florida, at this point, you don't commit any fouls. Coming up next, Delaware against Seton Hall on FS2.
Coach Willard has got his team playing. And I mean, going into the season, they're thought of as a top 20 team, and they might be. They're not there right now, but with Kadeen Carrington and Delgado and Rodriguez, they got a lot going on there.
Canyon Barry's day is done as Gat comes back in.
Zone defense, the 1-3-1 variety.
Another foul committed here.
Number 12.
And I look over at Mike White right now, and I'm just thinking, I think we're along the same lines. Like, at this point, you just cannot foul.
Well, he's got to be pretty pleased with the performance of his team in this game, that's for sure. And at halftime, he was nitpicking about them not attacking the zone very well, but he was pleased with everything else. And the defense is excellent. Sharing the ball is excellent. The three-guard rotation is excellent. I mean, they did everything right. After fouling out in the last game, Devin Robinson gets to play and really get himself going in this game.
Another foul. Rimmer, count it, and he'll go to the free throw line for a three-point play.
Chiozza can pass the ball. Watch the up fake and the bounce pass. The up fake gets the defense to get their hands up in the air, and he just drops it in nicely to Rimmer. He has an understanding of where his teammates are at all times. This man can pass it.
(87-46). The rebound. Does Florida just dribble this one out? And they will. 87-46. Total domination by the Gators from start to finish.
Mike White's happy. Mark Price is not. The Gators dominate this one every phase of the game. Despite the fact of Igbunu not playing because of the hamstring injury, Hayes plays great in his place. Good stuff.
For Jessica Blaylock and Bob Weissel, I'm Justin Kutcher saying so long. For those of you watching on FS2, Delaware, Seton Hall coming up now.